I'm dealing with a very, very tough situation here, guys. My wife passed away. She was only 46 years old. This is my best friend. This is my soulmate. I'm a basket case. We have two kids. I'm trying to keep it together for them. She's been battling cancer for 10 years, the poor girl. In my opinion, she's the biggest winner because she said, I wanted to see my kids grow up. Sophia, my daughter, was born in 2014, so she's 11 now. And my son Michael was born, 2010. He's 14, uh, going on 15 soon. But she saw them grow up. She did it. She's a winner, my wife. And unfortunately, now she passed away. The cancer just got to the point it spread too much. The brain, the spinal cord. She had aspiration pneumonia. It's a very sad situation. She was on the ventilator for like 16 days. Horrible, horrible, heartbreaking situation. I'm still in shock. I still can't believe that my wife is gone. I mean, she was just with us. Like I said, my daughter's birthday was January 7th, and that was her 11th birthday. And ultimately, she was singing happy birthday to my beautiful daughter, Sophia, and my wife was fine. But unfortunately, this is, I guess, how these things work, cancer. Sometimes they happen out of the blue. They happen so fast. It's scary. It's very scary how sometimes this thing can happen so quickly. But my wife is currently in a morgue right now. I have to make a decision on what I want to. I want to do something really special for her. I would like to do something very special. Like I'm thinking of something like, if it was possible, like a mausoleum. Could run about $25,000. I mean, it could run a lot of money. If I got enough people to support me and my family with a small contribution, we could make that happen. I mean, it's possible. It is possible if enough people could come through from the goodness of their heart, and I could give her something this girl deserves the best. I mean, this is the greatest mom. She was the greatest wife, the greatest human being. Such a wonderful, wonderful person. A lot of people have gotten to know her on YouTube from my channel, and she's very well loved. And I would really greatly appreciate your support. I mean, it could be if enough people did this. As I said, it could be something small. You have enough people that do this. 1,000 people, example, gave just $25, and we would have this completed. We would have this completed. This would be a beautiful, beautiful gesture, a beautiful thing. I just have to work really hard. I gotta really do a lot of work. I gotta do a lot of live streams, a lot of music. But my wife is worth it. She's the best. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. It's just the first thing I gotta do is find a way to get over this because I'm heartbroken. That's the first thing I gotta do. I'm having a tough time even just accepting it, just accepting that my wife is not here. Then the second thing I'm having a hard time accepting is that my wife is in a morgue. I'm like, my God. So I really got to get these services kind of like completed soon now. I got to do it soon. And I really, really could use your help. Like I said, if enough people did something very small, we could do something beautiful for Jen. And it would be something, it's just her eternity now. Like, how does she want to spend her eternity? I just want it to be, I really would like it to be something beautiful. I'd like it to be something really, really beautiful. And you could help me if you want to, if you would like to. You could make that happen. And I'm willing to do a lot of work, a lot of lives. I'll do whatever I got to do. I'll do whatever I got to do to make this happen for my wife as soon as possible. Because that's what she deserves. She deserves only the best because she was the best. And it's just it's hard to not cry. My children are so young. My daughter Sophia is only 11 years old. That's it. She's only 11. She needs some mom. It breaks my heart. I don't even know what to tell her. I just try to keep her strong. You know what I mean? I try to keep her just doing good in school. And Michael's only 14. You know, he's doing good in school too. And they come home. I just want them to have fun. I'm going to be taking them out to get something to eat now, but it's just effing devastating. It's a devastating thing that happened to our family. This all happened through 9/11. Unfortunately, my wife worked at 2 World Trade Center. This was during 9/11. She didn't have cancer in her genes. This was something that was of no fault of her own. All right, let's get rid of this guy. Okay, so anybody who just comes here to hate, don't take it the wrong way. I just don't want to deal with it. Okay, I'm not, when your wife is in like a morgue, you're a best friend, you're a lover, the mother of your children, you don't want to deal with hate. Okay, you don't want to deal with hate. I've explained to everybody that unfortunately we're going through a tough financial time right now. My family, I don't want to keep repeating it. If that's something, you can't accept it, you can't accept it, okay? We will get past it, but I am going through a tough financial time. So with that said, I greatly, greatly appreciate the love. I greatly appreciate the support. If enough people out there could do something small, I could give my wife a beautiful eternity, and that's what she deserves. She really doesn't deserve any less. Like the more and more I'm thinking about it, I gotta just find a way to do it. I gotta find a way to do something really beautiful for her because that's what she deserves. She deserves something beautiful because she was the best. I mean, this girl was such an amazing mother, man. This is truly the hardest, heartbreaking thing I never dealt with anything this hard before. I'm going to be honest, in my whole life. In my whole entire life. This takes the whole bakery. This is some hurt, man. This is some hurt. It's been so hard on me. I'm sure it's very hard on the kids. I'm just trying to not make it hard on them. I'm just trying to give them so much love and so much support, and I don't want it to be hard on them. I know it is, though. I mean, my son says he cries in private. My daughter, she gets very angry, emotional. But, I'm keeping their lives normal. I'm keeping everything as normal as possible. Smooth operator, how you doing? Once again, kindly, graciously asking anybody to have the good heart to help me and to help my family right now to do a beautiful gesture for my wife. This is my Cash App, and that gesture is to give her a very, very good funeral, a beautiful funeral. If enough people just made a small contribution on my Cash App, we could do it. We could get her, the most beautiful, beautiful eternity. It's just about like Antonio. Uh, it's just about my wife's funeral. Like, I'm trying to do something really nice for her brother. I don't know, I've been kind of steering away from the cremation. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it, but I would like to do something really nice for her. I'd like to do maybe a mausoleum or something. I'm not sure yet. It all depends on the support. It all depends on the support. I have to make a decision soon. When's the funeral? Right now, it hasn't been announced. I'll let people know. I mean, she really wanted it to be a kind of just a family thing, but I'm not sure if I'm going to publicly announce it yet. But I will, depending on the support I get. I mean, obviously, I would share a lot of things with all of you. Of course. I'm not sure if I'm going to be inviting the public yet. A lot of things could change. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. Thank you, Dewana. Um, it's so hard. Really, really hard times. I can't believe it's real. I cannot believe that this is really happening. But I do want to do something beautiful for my wife. I want to do something that she deserves. I can't even believe she's gone. Like, that's the first thing. It's like, I can't believe she's gone. My heart can't accept it. My mind can't accept it. But she's gone. Whether I accept it or whether I don't accept it. I mean, for something I would like to do for her, Antonio could run upwards of $25,000. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Listen, the only thing I could do is this. I could work hard. I could do a tremendous amount of lives. Listen, if 1,000 people gave $25, there it is. Boom. You know what I mean? $25 on a Cash App. We could give her the most amazing eternity. You know what I mean? That's look, first of all, Antonio, putting all the money aside, just so that you understand, I am devastated, man. You have no idea how hard this is for me. You have no idea. No one understands. I can't even accept my wife passed away. I can't even accept it. I can't accept it. All right, look, I got to look. When people start like diverting the conversation like you're doing, smooth operator, I got to get rid of you. Don't take it the wrong way. I have no choice, okay? I got to do it. Got to do it. I've explained enough that we're going through a tough financial time. I can't look. People want to continue to bring things up that have no relevance. I got to get rid of people like this. I'm sorry. I can't deal with it. It's just not the appropriate time right now to deal with these haters. Thank you, Dewana. God bless you. Once again, that's my Cash App. It's the $ Richard Lavoie, the $ RICHARDLEVOI. Now, let me just be clear. If you don't have Cash App, you could email me. That's my email right there. It's Richard, RICHARDLE101 at gmail.com. And if you wanted to mail a money order or something of that nature, if possible, I would prefer that over a super chat. Listen, I'm not going to say no. There are people that prefer to do super chats. The problem is I ain't getting a super chat for like 2 months. I got to wait a long time. You got to wait for it to be the next pay cycle of YouTube. I don't know if I don't have that type of grace period here. There's an urgency. My wife is in, a morgue. I want to get things going as soon as I can. So I respectfully ask either if you could do a Cash App, or if you don't have Cash App, you could email me for like a check, a money order or something of that nature, if possible. I know, Antonio, but no matter no matter how many times I say it, though, people just keep bringing it up, brother. People just keep bringing it up. I'm going to try to make things work, Antonio. But yeah, I've considered downsizing, but I'm going to try to make it work. Right now, Antonio, is the concern is my wife. The concern is not downsizing or anything of that nature. I mean, I'm not in an immediate foreclosure. My house is not in foreclosure. This is not an immediate decision I have to make. You understand? What is an immediate decision, Antonio, is that my wife is in a morgue. Okay. And we got to get her out of there. We got to get her out of there. That's the thing, Antonio. That's the concern here. That's the urgency. The urgency is not if I'm going to be downsizing from my house. All right. So it's just can we all keep to the subject? Do you think it's possible? Or, I mean, Antonio, I know you're a good person. I know you have a good heart, but let's not divert. Let's not divert from the conversation is Jennifer celebrating her life and giving her a beautiful eternity, giving her a beautiful service. That's where we're at right now. And like I said, by doing so, kindly ask you to do it on Cash App. If you could. If you can't, I have an email address. You could always mail a check or a money order. Because I understand some people say, well, Rich, it sounds like a beautiful thing. I would like to help out. Only problem is this, brother. I don't have Cash App. Not a problem. Send me an email to richardle101 at gmail.com regarding mailing a check. That's the Cash App. It's $ Richard Lavoy. $RichardLev as in Victor OI. There is no space. There is no underscore in between my first and my last name. That is the Cash App. Jennifer was a simple girl, Antonio. I mean, she wouldn't mind a cremation. I think she deserves more than that. But Jennifer, as you know, was very easygoing. She's very easygoing. She was a very simple girl. She didn't want nothing crazy, but I think she deserves a little better than that. I think she deserves a lot better than that. Not a little, a lot better than that. I'm gonna try. Listen, worst case scenario, she's gonna get cremated. Best case scenario, I could do something better. Let's get rid of this jerk off. Bye-bye, jerk off. You see, Antonio, do you see how many people just keep coming here? It's like they just keep breaking balls. It's like crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Just booting their ass off. That's it. There is no time. There is no room for hate of any kind right now. That's it. Sorry. You want to hate? Just go to someone else's YouTube channel. There's no room for hate on the Apefather channel. There's only room for love. There is only room for love and support for my wife, Jennifer. Only 46 years old, battling cancer for 10 years. I feel that she won the battle because she saw her kids grow up. She saw Sophia grow up to 11 years old. Michael grows up to 14. She did a wonderful thing. Powerful girl. Mad Gun, that's not a bad idea. But like I said, as of right now, my focus is I really want to give my wife a beautiful, beautiful service. I think she deserves more than a cremation, if you want me to tell you the truth. I believe that in my heart. She deserves more than a cremation. If I could do something beautiful for her, maybe like a mausoleum, I was looking into things like you figure picking up the body, having a service, then you gotta buy the casket, and then you gotta they put it in the mausoleum, whatever. It probably could be like $25,000, something like that. Could be something along those lines. It just freaks me out the whole cremation thing, Antonio. I don't know if I could do it. It really freaks me out. It really, really freaks me out. I don't know. Are you being serious? This guy, Pink Panther. I don't know. This guy's crazy, man. Let's get rid of these people. A lot of crazy mother effers on the internet, man. What are you gonna do? My wife is gone, and there's all these psychopathic lunatics on the internet they're still going. It's like Billy Joel said, "Only the good die young." What a crazy world that we live in. You have a beautiful girl like Jennifer who passes away, and then you have all these psychos that are still walking amongst us. Like a lot of psychos out there on the internet, man. A lot of cycles. Listen, Antonio, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with cremation. And I'm not saying that I'm not considering it, but I am a little freaked out about it. If you want me to tell you the truth, I am a little freaked out about it. I am a little freaked out about it. I can't even believe that this is real. Like, let me, For people who have any doubt that right now that I am not in the greatest like shock of my life, then trust me, you don't know. You don't know what I'm going through. I am in the greatest shock of my life. I can't even believe that this is real. I can't even believe that this is happening, but unfortunately it is. I don't know. It's just a concept that you're like burning your wife, you're putting your wife in fire. I mean, I understand she can't feel it. I understand that she's gone, but it's just like it's like a mental thing. It's just a mental thing. I don't know. How are my kids handling it? They're handling it. They're kids. Kids are resilient. Kids are resilient. I'm keeping them calm. I'm keeping them happy. They're going to school. They're having fun with their friends. They're living as normal as a life as they can under the circumstances. Kendall, God bless you, brother. This is the Cash App. This is my Cash App. It's the $ Richard Lavoy. The reason why this is being done through Cash App, it's not being done through GoFundMe. Cash App is an immediate process. My wife is currently in a morgue, so this is of an immediate nature. I don't have, GoFundMe. You could be sitting around waiting for 2 months. Unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of that time. If you don't have Cash App, this is my email address. It's richardle101@gmail.com. You can send me an email and just, if you would like, you can just mail a check or a money order, whatever works for you. But obviously, the ideal situation would be GoFundMe. Excuse me, I'm losing my mind here. Cash App. The ideal situation would be Cash App. And that's the Cash App right there, the $ Richard Lavoy. There is no space, underscore in between my first and last name. It's the $ Richard, RICHARDLEVOI. I'm not interested in burying her, Antonio. I'm not interested in that. And yes, that does freak me out as well. Thank you, Back to the Future. I just pinned Back to the Future's comment right there. That is my Cash App. So you could all see it. It's all pinned. Um, I don't know. I kind of feel like the best way to go would probably be an above ground service, like a mausoleum, something like that. It's just very expensive. And I'm going to try. Look, she didn't mind the cremation. She didn't mind the cremation, but I can't even believe she's gone. I just like, guys, like I'm sitting here talking about all these different things here. And I got to tell you, my mind and my heart hasn't even accepted that she's even gone, but she is. And it's like something I have to do. It's like I have to complete this now. I have to complete this journey. I have to complete it. It's sick that this is real. It's crazy that this is real. Jennifer really gave me no indication that she was going to die. I got to tell you, she was at her birthday, Sophia's birthday, my daughter, our daughter. It was January 7th, and she was singing happy birthday to our daughter. And she was great. She looked great. She was eating dinner. She was happy, my wife. Never in a million years would you think. Back to the Future. God bless you, brother. I love you. Back to the Future. Anything helps. Anything helps. God bless you. Back to the Future. I love you, brother. I understand people like Back to the Future. First of all, he's a big supporter of our family. He loves us. We love him. He's our family. We love Back to the Future. Um, the thing is that some people don't have Cash App. I understand. I get it. Some people do not have Cash App. And the only thing I could suggest is this. If you don't have Cash App, here is the Cash App. Hold on, I'm just trying to get this not blurry. Okay. That's the Cash App. which is the $ Richard Lavoy. But if you don't have Cash App, the best thing for you to do is email me and I'll give you my address, my home address, and you can mail out whatever you want, cash, money order, check. I love you, Back to the Future. God bless you. So basically, those are the two choices I would say. If you have Cash App, that's obviously going to be to keep things very simple. It's going to keep things very easy. And if you don't have Cash App, you can simply email me right here. That's richardle101@gmail.com. And basically, I'll send you my address. Richard, don't take this the wrong way, but, I just don't want to talk about finance on this live stream. I love you, Back to the Future. We all love you. Jennifer loved you. Oh, may she rest in peace. No, no problem, man. We'll take a little break and I'll play some music real quick. I just can't believe all of this is real. Really can't believe it. Let's do a little peace and serenity. My wife is very peaceful right now. She's in heaven with her mother, with God. Hey, Emmanuel. I really appreciate the super chats. And guys, if that's all you could do, I get it. And I'm not going to ever say no to any type of good gesture because I know it comes from the heart. We're just in a little bit of a time constraint right now. The wife is, it's hard for me to say this, man, but in a morgue. Okay. And I have really, like, time is of the essence. I got to get this moving. I got to get her out of there. That's why I'm kindly asking if you could do something by way of Cash App. It's the $ Richard Lavoy. the $ RICHARDLEV as in Victor OI. If you can't do Cash App, this is my email address. Maybe you could consider emailing me. I could give you the home address. You can mail out a check or a money order. The email address is richardle101 at gmail.com. I mean, I like I said, I appreciate the super chats. I'm not saying no to them. God bless Manuel. I love you, Manuel. Thank you, John. Yes, my wife passed away, brother. I'm trying to raise some money right now to do a beautiful funeral for her, a beautiful service. And if you could, John, if you could consider, a Cash App, I would appreciate it, man. Like I said, I record videos for people, the thank you song. It's just like a little way of me saying thank you for anybody who does a Cash App. I record, I'll show you, like, I write a song similar to this. It's kind of like a jazz blues instrumental. I'll give you an example of what the thank you song, like, if you make a Cash App contribution, I would record a short video for you on my YouTube channel, giving you a big shout out and just really thanking you from the bottom of my heart, my family's heart. Sounds something like this. So something like that. John, yeah, if you see it's right there on the bottom where it's pinned, that's the Cash App. It's the $ Richard Lavoy. What's up, Duct Tape? God bless you, Duct Tape. How you doing, brother? But you see it, John. The it's pinned right there. My Cash App. I don't know if you see it. The Back to the Future comment. $ Richard Lavoie. It's the RICHARDLEVOI. Here it is. I'll just show it to you. That's the Cash App. Any small contribution, like I said, is going to do a beautiful funeral for my wife. Yeah, I just want to do something special for her. She deserves something special. God bless her. I'm going to do a little love song for my wife. This one I sing on. It's called Don't Let Go. God bless her. Time stands still when we're together. and nothing in my life is deprived. And before we say goodnight, can we hold each other tight? Oh, baby, don't let go. When I look into those brown eyes, they shine so bright, I get mesmerized. Tonight, the vision of me and you will become clear as the sky is blue. And before we say goodnight, can we hold each other tight? Oh, baby, don't let go. Don't you let go. It's tough to sing right now. I'm too depressed, man. I'm down, man. John, it's all about how much support. I would love to do like a mausoleum for her. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. That could be $25,000, John. I don't know. It's all about the support I get. If there was like 1,000 people that contributed like $25, we could make that happen. We can make that happen. It's a dream. Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with dreaming. There's nothing wrong with dreaming. Okay, but I just don't. Thank you, John. God bless you. I just don't know. Thank you, duct tape. I love you, man. God bless you, duct tape. People keep asking me that question. A cremation is not that bad. With transferring the body, you're talking like $3,000. I just think she deserves better than that, man. I don't know. It's been bothering me. I've been having nightmares about it, if you want me to tell you the truth. I've been having nightmares. I don't think I want to do a cremation, but I got to make a decision soon. I can't keep this girl in a morgue. I mean, she's there only a couple of days. I mean, but I got to make a decision soon. I mean, obviously you got time. Unfortunately, I don't think she's going anywhere. Terrible. I just want to give her a good eternity. I want to give her a good eternity. I got to see. I'm not listening. I might change my mind. I got to see what I want to do. I just that the easy thing to say is cremation. That's the easy thing. That's simple. We go that route. That's like a worst case scenario. What I like doing in life is like you have two things. You have what's called worst case scenario and best case scenario. Okay. So worst case scenario, cremation. That's done. Okay. But maybe, just maybe, I get more support. Maybe, just maybe, I get enough people to help out. And next thing you know, I could do something really, really special for her. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. Oh, man, oh, man. This is a song my wife loved. It's called When I Picture My Life, I Picture You. Thank you, Wisco. It's like I was saying to all of you before, I really, really appreciate the super chats. And let me just say from the bottom of my heart, God bless you. God bless you, Wisco, Robin. God bless you. Seriously, I appreciate it so much. It's just that we're in a situation right now. It's unfortunate, but time is of the essence. My wife is she's in a morgue, and it's like I got to get her out of there. I got to do something quick. And if possible, like I said, if it's not possible, it's not possible. But if you could do it by way of the Cash App rather than a super chat, it just makes it a more immediate process. Cash App is an immediate process. A super chat is something you have to wait about 2 months for. That's the only problem. You got to wait a while. You got to wait for the next pay cycle on YouTube. Now, if someone doesn't have the Cash App, this is my email address. It's richardle101@gmail.com. That's my email. Maybe send me an email. I could give you my address if you wanted to mail out a check or something or a money order. I apologize to put everybody out. It's just unfortunately, we have a very bad situation here. We have a very, very bad situation. My wife is at a morgue. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is the case. But we got to, time is of the essence. And I really would appreciate, if you could do it by way of Cash App. John Poole, we get it, Rich. Let the haters talk. It helps reach more people. You ignore them. I will. We all know what's happening. Just my opinion, trying to help. John, I love you, man. Thank you for your support. John, God bless you, man. John Poole, God bless you. Here's When I Picture My Life Again. This is a song I wrote for my beautiful wife. Yeah, I did post a link, Wisco. Do you see it where it's pinned? Do you see the comment below? It's pinned Back to the Future. I don't know if you see that, but that's my Cash App. If you don't see it there, here is the Cash App. You see it right there? That's the Cash App. It's the $, Richard Lavoie, RICHARDLEV as in Victor OI. That's my Cash App. So once again, there's no space, no underscore in between my first and last name. It's the $, Richard Lavoie, $RICHARDL as in Larry, E as in Edward, V as in Victor, O as in Oreo, I as in Idaho. Richard Lavoie. That's right, John. Yes. Let me get back to when I picture my life, I picture you for Jennifer. When I picture my life, I picture you. I know times can be tough, but destiny will pull us through. You're always on my mind, day and night. When my world is dark, you are my light. Begun to realize that when I picture my life, I picture you. You possess a power that is so strong. I could drop to my knees without you. I'm only a lock at its key. When the ocean tide hits the sand, I have a similar feeling when I hold your hand. Begun to realize that when I picture my life, I picture you. not any obstacles that may come my way. And our names are written in the stars, in love it displays. Every time you read all these words, I am sure that you do begun to realize that when I picture my life, I picture it with you. It's hard to sing right now. I'm just so depressed, man. Mike Jones. I love you, Mike. Mike was very generous. Mike, I know you were generous. I mean, you don't have to do anything else, brother, but I'm just trying to do something really nice for my wife's funeral. I don't know, man. I've been like thinking, I don't think I want to do the cremation. I don't think so, man. I'd like to do something beautiful for her if possible. Maybe, like a mausoleum type of situation. Could cost about 25,000, but you know what? I'm gonna work my ass off. I'm gonna try to do a lot of live streams. I'm gonna try to do a lot of stuff. I mean, if enough people actually did it, we could make it happen. Like if you had a situation, you had 1,000 people. Listen, we had 10 million apes. There was 10 million of us in AMC, right? I mean, you would think we could get a thousand people at $25. We could do something beautiful for Jen. Give her a beautiful eternity. So I'm going to keep trying. Listen, there's nothing. Thank you so much, Dewana. There's nothing wrong with trying. You know what I mean? Listen, people could say I'm a dreamer. People could say it's not realistic, but maybe you're right. But worst case scenario, she gets cremated. Listen, that's it. That's it. See, I look at it like this. I look at it like if the cremation is the worst case, why not? Why not strive for something more, right? Why not strive for something else? So we already got the cremation. It's already an option. Now maybe look for a different option. John Poole said 200 people give 500. We'd have 10,000. That's true. I mean, I don't know if they would give that much though. That's a lot of money, I don't know if people would give $500 each, John. I mean, that's like I would be blown away. I would be blown away. Or if you had I'm trying to think here. I mean, if you had a situation where, let's say, if you had 100 people, right, and they gave $50, that's 5,000, right? So basically, we need about 500 people. Wisco Robin just gave a contribution on GoFundMe. God bless. God bless you. God bless you, Wisco. I just saw it. Wisco did two things. He did a super chat and he did a contribution on GoFundMe. GoFundMe, excuse me. Cash App. Losing my mind here. Thank you, Wisco. Where's Wisco? Are you still here? Thank you, Wisco Robin. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'm going to do a nice video for you later. Check out. I'm going to do a nice short video. Be the thank you song for you. Wisco, thank you. I saw that you contributed. God bless you, Wisco. Later on, I'm going to do a nice video for you, man. A short video. It's called a thank you song. You'll see it on my short videos. I really appreciate it. God bless you, brother. God bless you. What's up there? We got the Quan King. like I was saying, if anybody, once again, if anybody can't do Cash App, this is my email address. It's richardle101@gmail.com. So just what I would say, if you really want to support us, if you really want to help us. Oh, Wisco, I think came through again. 2 times. Wisco, God bless you, Wisco. Wisco Robin just made another contribution. That was 2 contributions. That is so greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But like I was saying, if anyone doesn't have Cash App, please send me an email. My email address is richardle101@gmail.com. I'm sorry, Duct Tape. I know, I know. You know, I know. In Germany, they don't have Cash App. Duct Tape, you've always been so good to us. You don't have to worry, brother. I love you. I mean, I love you with all my heart, Duct Tape. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. My children love you. Mike and Sophia love you. Jennifer loves you. You're the best. Thank you. Thank you so much to Quan King. Thank you. Let me just once again, I don't know if you got that email address, but I'll just put it up once again for you. So it's going to be Richard le101@gmail.com. I know you do. I Duct Tape. You do so much support for us that it's really absolutely incredible how much support you do so much for us. But Duct Tape, I got to tell you, man, I'm staying strong for the kids, but I am hurting, man. I got to tell you, I'm hurting. I just want all of you to know that I loved my wife. I really want all of you to know this with all of my heart and all of my soul. What happened to my wife was very, very tragic. Okay. This is a girl who did nothing to deserve this. I mean, nobody deserves, listen, let me explain to you what I mean. It's one thing if you do something like my father. I'll give you an example. May he rest in peace, my father. He smoked 4 packs of cigarettes a day. Mike Jones comes through again. Thank you, Mike. Mike, I love you, Mike Jones. You still there, Mike? Mike Jones is the best. Mike Jones, I love you, brother. God bless you. You are the best, man. You are the absolute best. Definitely going to be doing some more videos for you later tonight. So getting back to what I was saying, my father smoked 4 packs of cigarettes a day. Now I love my father. God bless him, may he rest in peace. But it's kind of like you can't really be in shock, right? Like even me, if I eat too much food, which I got to stop now because my kids need me around. I gotta really start taming it down. I actually lost a lot of weight. People don't realize. I used to be 300 pounds. I'm like 264 or something like that. I lost weight. My cell phone is different now, brother. Email me and we'll talk. Just email me. Hey, John, here's my email address. Send me an email. It's richardle101@gmail.com. Send me an email, brother. So Jennifer, this happened to her because she was a victim, just like all of the many, many unfortunate families that had to deal with this horrible day, that 9/11. What a horrible, horrible day. Changed our country's life, changed all of our lives forever. We'll never forget that day. And it's just so sad. It's so sad that day happened. And that day caused a lot of hurt to a lot of devastation to so many families. So many families lost their loved ones because of that day. And now my family lost their loved one because of 9/11. My family lost my wife. My children lost their mother. And she's too young. She's 46. Listen, when you hear people, look, we all have to die. Yeah, I doubt that would happen, John Paul, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That would be a shocker, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But anyway, when you think of people who are like, 90, 90 years old, 95 years old, and they pass away, that's a celebration. That's a celebration of life. No, that's funny. You're funny, John. That's a celebration of life. My grandmother Anna, I loved her with all my heart. I loved my grandmother Anna. She passed away. She's like 96 years old. Everyone was crying at the funeral. I wasn't crying. I wasn't crying. Everyone looked at me, Rich, how can you not be crying? This is Grandma Anna. I said, because I'm proud of her. I said, it's a celebration of life. She's 96 years old. She made it to 96, my grandmother Anna. I mean, that's unbelievable. My wife is 46. Think about that's a 50-year difference. That's a 50-year. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. My grandmother lived 50 years more than my wife. My wife was 46 years old when she passed away. It's too young. Yeah, I remember John Wick snipping. Yep. I remember all of them. My head's not on all those people right now, John. I know what you're saying. Oh, look, the last thing I ever wanted to do was lose my wife. I did everything in my power to help her. This goes back to 2015. I told my wife, when she first got cancer, she first got diagnosed with cancer. The cancer was in her breast. It was called DCIS. I know, John. It's just I know what you're saying, man. Believe me, you know my opinions on Trey. Okay, I made videos. I made many videos on it. You know exactly where I stand with that, but just my head's not there right now, man. Um, yeah, you know where I stand on that. I told her in 2015. I said, Jen, don't get the surgery. They wanted to do the mastectomy to take off her breast. Yeah, and I just wish my wife was around, Johnny, because John, man, my wife didn't do nothing to nobody. My wife didn't do nothing, man. She didn't do nothing. She was just an angel, my wife. She was the best mother, the best wife, my best friend. And she suffered, man. This poor girl suffered at this last month and a half of her life. I watched my wife suffer. I watched the love of my life suffer, man. I watched the mother of my children suffer. So effing disgusting. This poor girl had aspiration pneumonia, man. She couldn't even drink anything. She couldn't. My wife was dying of thirst. They had her on a food tube. She couldn't drink because whenever she drank, she aspirated. It went down the wrong pipe. This was due to the cancer in the brain. The cancer in the brain was spreading, I guess, too fast. Mike Jones, my grandmother had Alzheimer's, excuse me. The day before she died, you were with her on the way home. I was praying to God that he would take her before she got too bad. Turned out, you said you turned out you had COVID and gave it to her. They said, oh my God. Mike, first of all, just God bless your. Let me just say, God bless your grandma. God bless your grandma. Don't think like that. You gave your grandmother COVID or so. Don't think that way, brother. Listen. It's like my. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. My whole family's going through such a terrible time. I'm sure that your grandmother knew that you were the best because you are the best, Mike Jones, and I'm sure she knew how much you loved her and that you were supporting her and that you were by her side, which is the most important thing. I was by my wife's side every single night, every night. But I told her not to get that surgery. Like the second she got that surgery, it turned into stage 4, man. My point being, when old people are ready to go, they're right with the Lord, then I rejoice. Well, I agree with you, but my wife was 46, man. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like if my wife was 96, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you right now. It's like she was 46 years old, man. So effing young. My daughter's 11. She needs a mom. My son's 14. They're so young, my children. It's so effing heartbreaking. Duct tape, do not blame yourself. I did that for a long time and it drove me mad. I know. It's like you always blame yourself. You know what it is? Because you feel like you have to be the one to save them, you know. It's like I've always felt that way. I feel responsible for my family. I feel like my family's in need. I have to be there for them. I have to do everything in my power to save them. But unfortunately, in our country, when people get critically ill, I love America. You know, I'm the biggest patriot. I love this country. But when the medical system sucks, man, when you become critically ill, it's like they don't want nothing to do with you with treatments. You become this big liability. So it's a multi-billion dollar, $100 billion, a year they're bringing in. They don't want liabilities. They don't want lawsuits. They didn't even really want to treat my wife's cancer. They didn't want to. It became just everything was comfort care, and they were treating the pneumonia. I don't even want to think about it. It's so friggin' sad, man. It's such a long story, Mike. Okay, my wife had something called lepto disease, which is the cancer spread all over her brain and inside the spinal cord tunnel. It started as breast cancer, Mike, but it just over the years it got really bad. It spread to the brain, the spinal cord. She had to get she got brain surgery in 20 she got a whole bunch of surgeries. The first surgery she got was in 2016. It was called a mastectomy. That was to remove her left breast because the cancer was in her breast. I thought it was a terrible idea for her to do that because it was contained the cancer. I told her, don't do it, don't do it. But I supported her decision. She wanted it out of her body. It spread at that point, all over her body. It spread to like the lymph nodes, the spinal cord. And she lived with it for 10 years, man. After a 10-year battle, eventually went to the brain. And she had to get brain surgery. It was in 2024 to remove one of the tumors. I still don't know why he didn't remove all three of the tumors. The surgeon only removed one. And then just this year it went crazy. It got to the point where she couldn't like walk anymore. She couldn't move her legs. It's freaking. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was watching my wife deteriorate. She couldn't move her legs. She couldn't move her toes. She couldn't move her beautiful toes. I'm rubbing her toes. I love her. She couldn't swallow any drink. She couldn't eat anything. She was in a coma for 2 weeks. She was on a ventilator for like 16 days. She was a warrior. You want to know what a warrior my wife was, Mike? You want to hear what a warrior my wife was? She was comforting me while she was going through all of this. While she was on a ventilator, this is when she woke up after like 60 days. She was rubbing my arm. She was rubbing my arm like this. My this is what she did for me every night. This is what relaxed me. She gave me so much love. She was caressing me. She wanted me to be calm. Can you imagine that here's a girl, hasn't eaten any food in 36 days? I mean, okay, she's on the food tube, but still. Her mouth was so dry. She was like, give me something to drink. I couldn't because she would aspirate. I was like, I would think about it, oh boy. She was calming me down. My wife was calming me down. You're right, duct tape, but you want to know what it is, man? It's like, I don't think you could ever really get prepared for these things, man. It's like, this happened so fast. This happened so fast, duct tape. I don't think I wasn't mentally prepared for it. I wasn't. And I love this girl with all my heart. It's another thing I'm saying. This is my soulmate. This is my soulmate. We spent like almost 30 years together. We're married for 19 years. We knew each other for maybe 28 years, something like that. I'm not used to being alone, duct tape. I'm alone in my house. I mean, I got my kids, but when they go to sleep at night, when they go to sleep for school, I'm alone. And when they're in school, I'm alone. I'm not used to being alone, duct tape. It's really hard for me, man. This is some hard shit. This is some really, really hard shit. I'm having a really tough time with it, man. The problem is if I play Billy Joel, they're not going to monetize this live stream. I can't do it, man. I just can't, I can't do it. I got to make money for my wife in every possible way right now. Ugh, I can't do it, man. I'm sorry. I don't want you to cry. I'm going to probably end this live right now because I got to get the kids something to eat. My poor kids. Let me go get them something to eat. I'll be back in a little while. God bless all of you. Thank you for your support. I will be back soon, okay? God bless all of you. I'll be back.